Welcome back to Drill a Day Week 7. We are on day 6 with our Kali Area 7, our staff fighting techniques, our drills that we're working on the staff on the spear, on the bangkao or the sabat. Today we got drill number 6, so make sure to grab your staff or your training spear. This could be a staff or a spear drill, either one. And go ahead and smash the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel yet. That's the only payment that I require for you to train with me on this Drill a Day series, is that you're subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. That way I know that you're enjoying this week's training and you've been really enjoying this whole series of drills, and maybe it's been helping you improve in your Kali performance. Make sure to hit that bell so that way you turn on your notifications so you do not miss a drill a day whenever I come out with a new video. Let's go ahead and grab our staff. Let's get to today's drill a day. Today's drill is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be working some of the, I don't know, I guess I would call it more advanced manipulations on the staff. So we're going to be going to the single end staff fighting method. So you can also do this, you know, if you pretend like it's a training spear or what. If you don't have a fancy training spear that's got a nice training tip, that's totally fine. You can always put like tape, maybe like red or black tape on the end of your, one end of your staff. And that way, that would signify where the point is, or just, you know, just train it. Just train it as it is. It doesn't need to be you don't need like special gear or anything like that. All right, so let's take a look at today's drill. Okay, so from here, we're gonna be striking a number 1 that's gonna go fluid all the way through, and this is gonna go around the head into our 1 abanico. Some styles call this a watik. Our number 2 abanico. Some styles call it a watik. And then our number 3, which is the vertical watik right there. From here, we're going to rip this up and slash an angle 4. We're going to count that as 1 motion. Then we're going to go into a number 1 florete, swing all the way through into your number 2 florete, and then we're going to thrust to the center. That way, we're developing a little bit of control, some momentum control on those floretes. It's very easy to kind of just, you know, let these things swing about, okay, but we also want to make sure that we can control them and go into other tactics as well. So once again, let's take a look at the drill. It's an 8 count drill. From here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 right there. And then it starts all over again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 right there. So again, we're just working this on the single end staff. And if you're using a longer staff, you're probably going to have to get your hands kind of close together on those floretes. And if you don't know the florete, make sure to go back to week 1 of this training series and train that week. That's the single stick, the single sword, and that's where I teach the basic technique of the florete and how to actually execute the florete. Okay, we got to make sure that our hands are nice and high over our head. And if you're using a staff, an extra long staff, you might have to choke up a little bit on it so that way you clear. You don't want to, you know, end up hitting the ground or hitting something in your environment or whatever like that, okay? So you might have to choke up a little bit on it depending on the length of your staff. If you're using more of like a 4-foot staff, that's really the best when it comes to using the floretes. But it's manageable even with longer staffs. Okay, so once again, let's go ahead and take a look at the drill one more time. Nice and slow. From here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, we'll go slow this time. From here, 1 around the head, 2, 3, 4, that's the watiks. Rip it and slash up the 4. Florete number 1, pass it. Florete number 2, chamber it, and thrust. Let's work this out nice and slow together, 10 reps, so we can complete round 1 together. Once it's complete, then you know the drill. Go off onto your own and complete at least 10 rounds of today's drill. Okay, 10 reps per round. That's 1 round. All right, let's work this out nice and slow right here. Starting off, Single end grip method. Number 1, pop all the way around. Into that number 1 Watique or abanico. Number 2 abanico. Number 3, pop, we're dropping the vertical. You can hit the ground there if your staff is really long, that's fine. Rip it up, slash up to 4. Come back down, here, florete, back edge to the main edge, let it pass through, bring it around, boom, it's almost like a thrust, but you're hitting with that back edge to main edge, and then thrust. Okay? All right, rep number 2. Around the head. 2, 3, 4, rip it, slash upward, florete 1, florete 2, and thrust. Number 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Are we on 3 or 4? I'm watching the birds. I have a summer tanager, and right there on the fence, it's a red bird. And there's also an American golden finch, which is the yellow bird, and they're flying around over there. So I'm not paying attention to my counts. I'm actually watching these birds right now. All right, so we're going to call this one number 3. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, number 4. Slash it. Watique. Watique. Vertical watique. Rip it up. Slash up to 4. Angle 1 florete. Angle 2 florete. Thrust. Number 5. 1 all the way through. Watique. Watique or abanicos. Vertical. Rip it up. Slash up the angle. Florete. Florete. Thrust. All right, number 6. Let's focus on making it very smooth. Slow and smooth. Boom, right into number 7. Number 8, we're going to keep it slow, keep it smooth, but just a little bit faster. Tiny, tiny bit. Focus on smooth. Smooth is most important. Pop. Right into 9. Last one, 10. As you're going through your rounds and you're completing your 10 rounds, what you're gonna start to find as you're going through the training is you're gonna start finding how to manipulate the staff with these advanced manipulations of the watiques and the floretes. And you're gonna start seeing where the leverage point, the benefit is, when you're starting to pull and push with the left hand and then transferring that leverage from the right hand to the left hand. That's gonna be very important to understand, so that way you can really get this thing moving properly. And that's something that you could teach it. I could teach it where you come through, you pull with that left hand, you're following through, you're moving the left hand, you're bringing the left hand, instead of, you know, snapping this over with your right wrist right here like you do on the single weapon, right? We're gonna pull it over with the left hand, and then we're gonna drive it with the left hand and then finish off here with the right hand and then pull that left hand, right? It's something that you have to kind of go through, and even though I could explain it that way, when you're doing the reps, you're gonna start learning very quickly. Bop, boom, exactly where that left hand's gonna come into operation like that. Like right here, when I kick off that Floretti, I kick it off with the left hand, not with the right hand. It's the left hand to get that thing over, flip it around, and then pull it right there. Bring it around, pop, left hand, the left hand, bop, not the right hand. Left hand rotates it and then slashes together, right? So as you're going through your rounds, that's why it's important to go very slowly in the beginning, because you're gonna start to feel that transfer of leverage on the staff or on the spear. And that's where you're really building that weapon sensitivity. That's why you'll see us sometimes, you know, we'll train these different like staff spins and stuff like this, you know, we'll come through and all that, because you're learning how to manipulate the staff according to both of your hands. And when you're coming into your staff fighting, right, you have to understand how to manipulate the staff, right, according to both of your hands. It's not just the right hand. And this is one of the benefits of training with the staff. And this is why typically in Kali, you start off with the single weapon and then you go into the double sticks, double sword, right? You go through a lot of this right hand training, left hand training, because then when you get to the staff, you have one weapon, or the spear, you have one weapon, but you're operating both of your hands, and you want to have that ability of understanding which hand is doing which operation to maximize your leverage, your speed, your momentum, and transferring all those mechanics into your power. All right, once you finish your 10 rounds for the day, make sure to come back here and in the comments below, hit done, complete, and let me know. And that way I know you're done for today and you're ready for tomorrow's drill, which is gonna be week 7, day 7, which is the last day of our staff training together. I'm gonna miss it, guys, I'm gonna miss it. If you check out the description box below the video, I've got a discount code that's available for those of you who are training with me on this Drill a Day training series and this awesome Ultimate Kali journey that we've been going through together. And if you want to grab any of our further training materials, DVD downloads, programs, training courses that we have available over at KaliCenter.com, or really our KaliCenter.training, I've got a discount code if you'd like to take advantage of getting some sweet deals and going deeper into some of the training that we do here at Kali Center. I know I sound like a broken record. Get outside, go make nature your Kali dojo. You know, I got to watch some wonderful birds while I was training today and losing count of my drill and where I was. And that's what you want to have happen. You don't want your mind to be so stuck in the numbers of, you know, the duration of your training. You want to let your mind kind of be free, and in that way you can just feel your training and just be in the present moment instead of trying to, let me nail out these numbers so I can get the minimal requirement done so I can finish my training and then get to whatever else that I'm doing. Some days are like that, but make sure that you have your days where the numbers don't matter and it's really just about training. It's not about reps, it's not about any of that. It's about focus of every single movement and the intention of every single movement and the effort and the persistence that you're putting in your training. And I find it really helps to keep this focus, to keep this type of mentality when I'm training outside in nature, and maybe it'll help you as well in your focus in scaling your Kali performance as well. All right, guys, I'll catch you back here tomorrow for the next Drill a Day on week 7, day number 7, on the Kali area number 7, on the staff and spear, the Bangkao and Sabat. All right, I'll see you later.